You're from Benton County, I gather. What percentage goes to schools, county, roads, libraries, do you know?
These guys have a map, I'm sure to tell you, but I can tell you approximately.
Okay.
I know that about 80% goes to public schools. And I think 12 or 13% goes to county roads. Barry, you're going to start helping me out here in a second. Obviously,
I think 3 meals is the most that can go to county roads.
yeah,
So.
well, anyhow, so, but the 20% for the most part, I think, stays with the county government. And I think the cities might benefit some of that. And I think Barry could probably get more specific, but 80% does go to the public school system.
Mr. Chair, could I follow up?
You bet, buddy.
What do you think about a statewide reappraisal board that you can come before?
Well, my first reaction is I hear big government. I hear more government, more regulation, and more legislation, and that always bothers me because even though maybe the intentions are good when it happens, over the years unintended consequences have a tendency to now create another big government agency. I mean, I think these county assessors in some of these counties are very capable of making fair and correct assessments. Now, in Benton County, and I'm not an expert on this stuff, but in Benton County, they assess in-house. In other words, they have in-house assessors. In Washington County, and I believe I'm correct on this, they contract it out. They have outside assessors that come in and assess on behalf of the assessor's office. And some of these counties that are represented back here today, I'm sure that there are different methods that they use. And so you're going to have a little bit of this. You know, personally, I like, we talk about states' rights. We talk about, states having more control from the federal government. And in a way, you've got a little bit of that going on here. You've got the states that are getting more and more control, and the counties are getting less and less control. And I told you that it used to be controlled by the Public Service Commission. Now it's a division owned by the department by itself. Amendment 79 changed the Constitution. I think Amendment 79 honestly tried to address some of these things and help the situation. I think, it's like saying NAPA is supposed to be a good thing, about free trade, and it's ended up kind of biting us and sending a lot of our jobs to Mexico. But so I get nervous when I hear about more government and I think sometimes after years it gets out of control. I used to hear a guy named John Lipton, and some of you all know John. He used to sort of on the highway commission with him, and he always talked about the three-legged stool and 3 legs of government, and how our revenue streams, and that is you've got income tax, you've got sales tax, and you've got the property tax, and you've got to have all 3 of those to make the system work. And you all mostly deal with income tax and sales tax, and of course other state fees, but that's your main revenue source is income tax and sales tax. Of course, the counties and schools, it's property tax. The equalization board they used to have it on the front page of my paper that you could file a complaint between July 15th and August 15th, and if you miss that window, you don't get to file and you don't get to complain, and nobody knows there's even a window anymore. If you talk to county assessors, they'll tell you that nobody's filing anymore, not as many as they used to be. They don't know that there's a window. They don't know that there's a way to file, a way to protest. And there is one more method beyond the equalization board that I think a lot of you are aware of, and that is you can actually, if you're not happy with the equalization board, you can go to the county judge, and it's an administrative decision. And I know county judges hear these cases, and I've never gone before the county judge before. I always wanted to, but I always felt like I had a conflict of interest. I usually knew the judge, or just felt like it might be an uncomfortable situation. And I'd figure, you know what, I'll just go ahead and pay the tax and not take it to the county judge. But it's the process. I think the process is broken down a little bit and needs some help. And I just think that most of our citizens would like to see it refined a little bit, maybe improved.
Mr. Chair, to make a comment.